Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Dr. English Channel. I'm David.
And I'm Anna. Today's topic is one of my favorites, talking about your future goals. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos about the easy ways to learn English from beginner.
Yes, future goals are something we all have, whether they're small or big, realistic or ambitious. Talking about them in English helps you express your dreams clearly, and it's a great way to practice real-life speaking skills.
Exactly. And it also makes you think deeply about who you are and what you want. So, grab your notebook, your cup of coffee, and let's have an honest talk, just like two friends sharing their hopes for the future.
So Anna, let's start with you. What's one of your personal future goals?
Good question. Personally, one of my biggest goals is to live a more balanced life. I've realized that I often focus too much on work and forget about health, family, and mental peace.
That's a beautiful goal and a very real one. Balance is hard these days, especially when life moves so fast.
Yes, and for me, that means waking up earlier, exercising regularly, and maybe spending more time in nature.
I love that. One of my personal goals is to become more disciplined with my mornings. I always start the day strong for a week or two, and then boom, I slip back into old habits.
I totally understand. Discipline is like a muscle. You need to train it.
Exactly. I think that's why setting small, clear goals helps. Instead of saying, I want to be more disciplined, I can say, I'll wake up at 6:30 and write my daily plan for 10 minutes.
Yes, making goals measurable. That's the key.
Let's move to career goals. Many of our listeners are students or professionals learning English to improve their careers. What's your current career goal, David?
My main goal is to build an international platform for English learners, something that helps people practice speaking naturally, not just memorize grammar rules.
That sounds amazing. You've always had that teacher spirit.
Thank you. And this podcast is part of that dream. I want it to reach thousands of people who listen on their way to work or school and feel like they're part of a global English family.
That's powerful. For me, my career goal is to write a book, not just about English learning, but about life lessons that I've learned through teaching.
Oh, that's interesting. What kind of book are you thinking of?
Something simple and inspiring. Short stories about students, challenges, motivation, maybe even some cultural insights. I want people to feel understood and inspired to keep going.
That's a great goal. And writing a book requires patience and consistency.
Yes, and courage. It's scary to share your ideas with the world.
True, but it's also one of the most rewarding experiences when someone tells you your words helped them.
Now let's talk about something everyone cares about. Money.
Yes, financial goals, always important, but often misunderstood.
Exactly. So, what's one of your financial goals, David? I want to reach a point where my income comes mostly from passive sources, like online courses, books, and investments, instead of trading my time for money.
Smart goal. That's financial freedom.
Yes. For me, it's not about being super rich, but having the freedom to work on what I love without worrying about bills.
Same here. I'd love to own a small apartment near the sea. Not a big fancy house, but something peaceful where I can work, read, and live simply.
That sounds like a dream. Do you already have a plan for that?
I'm starting to save a fixed percentage of my income every month, and I've been learning about investments too.
That's the right approach. I think having financial goals gives you structure. It makes your choices more intentional.
Yes, and it also builds confidence. When you take control of your money, you take control of your future.
Now let's talk about growth, personal development goals, mental, emotional, and spiritual.
That's deep. For me, I want to be more patient. Sometimes I rush things, whether it's teaching, relationships, or even personal growth.
That's honest. I think we all struggle with that.
Yes, patience is underrated. When you're patient, you trust the process.
For me, my self-improvement goal is to become a better listener. I often realize that when someone talks, I'm already thinking about my reply.
Oh, I can relate. Active listening is a powerful skill.
Right. And it's something I want to practice more, not only in conversations, but also in life. Listening to people, listening to myself, listening to silence.
That's beautiful. And you know, improving yourself is not a one-time thing. It's lifelong work.
Exactly. It's like upgrading your internal software. Every year, a new version of you.
Now let's dream big. What's your 10-year vision, David?
10 years from now, I'd love to have my own English learning retreat center somewhere peaceful, maybe in the mountains or by the sea, where people can come, learn, and grow.
Wow, that sounds like paradise for English learners.
Yeah, a place where learning isn't stressful, where people practice speaking while hiking, cooking, or meditating.
That's unique. For me, I'd like to start a nonprofit project that helps kids from poor families learn English for free.
That's wonderful, Anna. That kind of goal changes lives.
Thank you. I've always believed that education should be for everyone, not just those who can afford it.
And that's why I love doing this podcast with you. Your goals always come from the heart.
Oh, thanks, David. And you bring the practical side. We balance each other.
That's teamwork.
Let's end with a question that I think our listeners will love. How do you stay motivated to follow your goals?
Good one. For me, motivation fades, but discipline stays. I use small routines to stay consistent, like journaling, morning reflection, and reviewing my weekly goals.
That's powerful. I think motivation is like the wind, sometimes strong, sometimes weak. Discipline is the sail that keeps you moving forward.
Exactly. What about you?
I keep a future vision board in my room. It reminds me why I started. On bad days, I just look at it and remember that every small step counts.
That's a great idea. And it's visual. You literally see your dreams every day.
Yes, and one more thing, gratitude. Being thankful for where I am today keeps me peaceful while I work towards where I want to be.
I love that. Gratitude and ambition can live together. You can dream big and still appreciate the present.
Exactly.
Well, that's a beautiful note to end on. To everyone listening, think about your future goals. Write them down, speak them out loud, and take one step towards them today.
Yes, and remember, it's not about how fast you reach your goals, but how consistent you are.
Thank you all for spending time with us today. We hope this conversation helped you not only practice English, but also reflect on your own dreams.
See you next time on Dr. English Channel.
Take care and keep moving towards your future.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dr. English Channel. I'm David.
And I'm Anna. Thanks for joining us again. Today's topic is one that I think will get a lot of people excited: high income skills. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos about the easy ways to learn English from beginner.
Yes, this is one of my favorite topics because it's all about earning potential, not just working harder, but working smarter.
Exactly. These are the skills that can literally change your life. The kind that help you make more money, gain independence, and open doors to opportunities.
And here's the best part. You don't need a fancy degree to learn them. Most high-income skills are built through self-education, practice, and persistence.
Totally agree. Today, we're going to explore what high-income skills are, why they matter, and how you can actually build them step by step.
So whether you're a student, a professional, or someone looking to start a side hustle, this episode is for you.
All right, let's get started. Let's begin with the basics. David, how would you define a high-income skill?
For me, a high-income skill is any skill that can help you generate a significant amount of money independently. It's not tied to a job title, it's tied to value.
I like that. It's about value. You get paid for the problems you solve, not the hours you work.
Exactly. If you can solve big problems like helping companies grow, creating systems, or communicating effectively, people will pay you well for that.
And these skills are flexible, right? You can use them in different industries?
Yes. For example, communication is a high-income skill in sales, marketing, management, and even education.
So it's not just about technical skills, it's about combining technical ability with emotional intelligence and strategy.
Absolutely. The world's top earners usually have a mix of both: the hard skills that produce results and the soft skills that make people want to work with them.
So let's talk about why these skills matter so much.
Well, I think it's simple. The world is changing fast. Jobs that existed 10 years ago are disappearing, and new ones are appearing every year.
Yes, you can't depend on job security anymore. But if you have valuable skills, you can always create your own opportunities.
Exactly. It's like having your own toolbox. When you have the right tools, you can build whatever you want.
That's a great way to put it. And the other reason is freedom. High-income skills give you freedom: financial, geographic, and creative.
Right. You can work remotely, start your own business, or freelance. You control your time.
And that's powerful because once you control your time, you control your life.
Before we list the skills, let's talk about mindset. Because without the right mindset, even the best skills won't help.
Yes, totally. High-income earners think differently. They see challenges as opportunities.
Exactly. They invest in learning, take calculated risks, and focus on long-term value, not short-term comfort.
And they're always improving. Even when they're successful, they keep learning.
That's the key: continuous learning. The moment you stop learning, you start falling behind.
I think that's something every listener should remember. Mindset first, skills second.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get to the fun part, the actual high-income skills.
There are so many, but let's start with some of the most powerful ones in today's world.
Okay, what's first?
Number 1, sales.
Of course, everything in life is sales.
Exactly. Whether you're selling a product, a service, or even yourself in an interview, sales is everywhere.
And good salespeople are rare. It's not just about talking, it's about listening, understanding needs, and building trust.
Yes, a top salesperson can earn more than most CEOs. That's how valuable this skill is.
What's another one?
Copywriting, the art of writing words that sell.
Oh yes, every ad, every website, every marketing email. That's copywriting.
Right. If you can write words that make people take action, you can literally print money.
True. And the best part, you can learn copywriting from home.
Exactly. You don't need a degree, just study psychology, marketing, and practice writing every day.
Okay, what's next?
Digital marketing.
Yes, social media, SEO, ads, content creation. Every business needs marketing today.
Exactly. If you know how to bring customers through online channels, you're valuable anywhere.
And it's constantly evolving, so you can keep growing with it.
Right. That's what makes it future-proof.
I think one of the most underrated high-income skills is communication.
Absolutely. The ability to speak clearly, confidently, and persuasively can change your entire career.
Yes, you could have the best idea in the world, but if you can't communicate it, it's useless.
Exactly. That's why public speaking is so valuable. Look at leaders, CEOs, or even influencers. They all know how to communicate powerfully.
And public speaking isn't just standing on a stage. It's about expressing ideas with clarity, whether in meetings, videos, or conversations.
Right. It's a skill that multiplies the value of all your other skills.
Now, let's move to something more technical, tech and data skills.
Yes. In the digital age, understanding technology is like learning how to read. It's essential.
Exactly. Skills like coding, data analysis, and AI tools can open huge opportunities.
Absolutely. You don't have to be a full-time programmer. Just understanding how tech works gives you an edge.
Yes, even knowing how to use automation tools, analytics dashboards, or CRMs makes you stand out.
And with AI becoming so common, people who know how to use AI to work faster will have a massive advantage.
Totally agree. The future belongs to people who can combine creativity with technology.
Now, this one's not exactly a skill. It's more of a mindset and lifestyle, entrepreneurship.
Yes, entrepreneurs use all the high-income skills together: sales, communication, leadership, creativity.
Exactly. Starting something of your own forces you to learn fast.
And it teaches resilience. Every entrepreneur I know has failed multiple times, but they keep learning.
Yes, failure is part of success. Every mistake is feedback.
That's why entrepreneurship is like a real-life MBA. True. And when you combine entrepreneurship with a high-income skill, that's when you build real wealth. Here's something people forget. It's emotional intelligence.
Yes, 100%. The ability to understand yourself and others is a superpower.
Exactly. It's not about IQ anymore, it's about EQ.
People who can manage stress, handle conflict, and motivate others always rise to leadership positions.
Yes, you can be the smartest person in the room, but if no one likes working with you, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. Empathy, patience, and communication, those are high-income emotional skills.
And the great thing is, anyone can learn them.
Okay, let's get practical. How do you actually build these skills?
Good question. I'd say step one is to pick one skill that excites you.
Yes, don't try to learn 10 things at once. Focus deeply on one.
Then find mentors, online courses, and communities. You learn faster when you surround yourself with others who are already good at it.
Exactly. Learn, apply, repeat. Practice every day.
And remember, progress feels slow at first, but consistency beats intensity.
Yes. 10 minutes a day for a year will change your life more than 1 week of overwork.
That's so true. Now, once you've built a skill, how do you turn it into income?
There are so many ways. Freelancing, consulting, creating products, teaching online, or even building your own business.
Yes, for example, a good copywriter can find clients on Upwork, Fiverr, or LinkedIn.
Exactly. Or a public speaker can create online courses or coach people.
And once you have results, you can raise your rates.
Right. The key is to focus on results, not hours. People pay for outcomes, not effort.
Yes, if you can save someone time or make them money, you'll always have work.
Something we don't talk about enough is balance.
Yes, because building high-income skills takes time and energy, but you also need to take care of yourself.
Exactly. If you burn out, you can't perform well.
I like to think of it as seasons. Some seasons you learn, others you earn, and others you rest.
That's beautiful. It's not a race, it's a journey.
Exactly. And if you keep improving 1% every day, you'll be amazed at where you are in a year.
Let's give some real life examples.
Sure. I know a friend who was a teacher. She started learning graphic design online. After a year, she was freelancing full time.
That's awesome. I know someone who learned sales and became a top consultant earning 6 figures without a degree.
See, it's all about skill stacking.
Yes, when you combine skills, your value multiplies. For example, copywriting plus marketing plus video editing is unstoppable.
Exactly. The magic is in the mix.
Now, what mistakes do people make when learning high-income skills?
Number one, chasing trends without mastering the basics.
Yes, they jump from one thing to another without going deep.
Number two, expecting fast results.
Exactly. You can't plant a seed today and expect fruit tomorrow.
And number three, not practicing. Watching tutorials isn't learning. Doing is learning.
Absolutely. Action beats theory every time.
So, to our listeners, if you're hearing this and thinking, I don't have any high income skills yet, don't worry. Everyone starts from zero.
Yes, we've all been beginners. What matters is that you start today.
Pick one skill, commit for a year, and see what happens.
You'll be shocked at how much your confidence and income grow.
And remember, the world pays you for the problems you can solve, so keep building that value.
Exactly. Invest in yourself. It's the best investment you'll ever make.
So, David, if you had one piece of advice to anyone wanting to build high-income skills, what would it be?
I'd say learn how to learn. Once you master learning, any skill becomes easy.
That's a good one. For me, I'd say be patient but persistent. The results will come if you keep going.
Beautiful. So, everyone, remember, skills create freedom. Not luck, not connections, not background, skills.
Yes, you can start small, grow slowly, and end up living a life you love.
Couldn't agree more. That's all for today's episode on high income skills.
We hope you found it inspiring and practical. If you enjoyed this, share with a friend who wants to grow too.
And don't forget, keep learning, keep building, and keep improving.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Dr. English Channel, the show where we help you practice English in real life. I'm David.
And I'm Anna. It's so nice to have you all here again. Today's topic is something a lot of people love to talk about: holidays. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe our channel for more videos about the easy ways to learn English from beginner.
Oh, yes. I think this one's going to be fun. We're talking about holidays, the places we've been, the experiences we've had, and how holidays can change the way we see life.
Exactly. And we'll also talk about cultural differences, holiday disasters, funny memories, and even how to describe your holidays in English more naturally.
So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and join us as we talk about our holidays. So, Anna, let's start with something simple. What's your favorite holiday you've ever had?
Oh, that's easy. It was when I went to Japan for 2 weeks. It was my dream trip.
Japan. That's amazing. What made it so special?
Everything. The food, the culture, the people. I went during spring, so I got to see the cherry blossoms. You know, those beautiful pink flowers.
Ah, yes, the famous Sakura. That must have been beautiful.
It really was. I remember walking through a park in Kyoto where the trees were all in full bloom. There was a light breeze and petals were falling slowly around me. It looked like it was snowing pink.
That sounds so peaceful. I've always wanted to see that.
And I tried so many amazing foods: sushi, ramen, and even matcha ice cream. I felt like every meal was an adventure.
I can imagine. My favorite holiday was actually a little more relaxed.
Where did you go?
I went to Greece with a few friends. We stayed on an island called Santorini.
Oh, wow. The one with the white buildings and blue rooftops?
Exactly. We rented a small apartment that overlooked the sea. Every evening, we'd sit on the balcony and watch the sunset. The sky turned gold, then orange, and finally this deep purple. It was just breathtaking.
That sounds magical. What did you do during the day?
Mostly swimming, walking through the old streets, eating seafood, and talking to locals. It was one of those trips where time slowed down.
I love that. Sometimes the best holidays are the ones that remind you to just slow down and appreciate life.
You know, Anna, it's interesting how people think of holidays differently. For some, it's about adventure. For others, it's about rest.
Exactly. For me, holidays are a way to reconnect with myself, to reflect, to breathe.
I like that. For me, it's more about disconnecting from work, from screens, from routine.
So basically the same goal.
True. But it's amazing how even a short holiday can refresh your mind.
Absolutely. After Japan, I came home with so much new energy. It felt like I pressed a reset button.
And that's the beauty of it. You come back with new memories, new perspectives, maybe even new habits.
Definitely. I started waking up earlier and drinking green tea because of Japan.
That's great. I actually started cooking Mediterranean food after my trip to Greece. Olive oil became my best friend.
So, travel can also change your lifestyle.
Let's talk about something interesting. Cultural differences you notice while traveling.
Ooh, I have many. In Greece, I learned that people take long afternoon breaks. Shops close around 2 p.m., and life slows down.
Oh, I love that idea. In Japan, people are incredibly polite. Everyone bows when they greet you, and trains are so quiet.
That must have been so different from here.
It was. The first time I got on a train there, I accidentally spoke loudly to my friend, and everyone turned and looked at me.
That's a great reminder that every place has its own social rules.
Yes, I think travel teaches you humility. You learn that your way isn't the only way.
Very true. I remember once in Italy, I was impatient at a restaurant because the food was taking so long. But then I realized people there enjoy slow meals. Dinner is a social event, not a race.
That's beautiful. Holidays remind us that slowing down isn't a waste of time. It's living. Okay, now for the fun part. Let's talk about holiday disasters.
Oh, I've had a few.
Same here. What's your funniest travel mistake?
Well, in Tokyo, I got completely lost in the subway. It was my first day, and I didn't realize there were different companies operating the trains. I kept changing platforms thinking I was going the wrong way.
Oh no! How long were you lost?
Almost 2 hours, and my phone battery was dying. I ended up asking an old man for help using a mix of English and hand gestures. He was so kind. He walked with me all the way to the right platform.
That's so sweet. People are usually kind when you're lost.
Yes. What about you, David? Any disasters?
Yes. In Greece, I once rented a scooter, but I forgot to check the fuel. I ran out of gas in the middle of nowhere.
Oh no. What did you do?
I pushed the scooter for half an hour until I found a small shop. The owner laughed so hard. He said, "You tourists never check the tank."
That sounds like something I would do too.
At least it's a good story now.
You know, David, sometimes holidays bring up strong emotions.
Oh, yes. Especially when you travel alone.
Exactly. When I traveled solo to Japan, I had moments of pure joy, but also loneliness. Sitting in a quiet cafe, watching people talk in another language, it made me think about how big the world is.
I understand that. When I travel alone, I feel both small and free at the same time.
That's such a perfect way to describe it.
Holidays remind us we're part of something much bigger.
And sometimes they help us heal. I once went on a short trip to the mountains after a tough year. Just walking in nature made me feel alive again.
Nature can do that. There's something about silence, trees, and fresh air that resets your mind. Since our listeners are learning English, maybe we can show how to describe holidays naturally in conversation?
Great idea! Let's do a little role play.
Okay, let's imagine I just met you, and I ask, "So how was your holiday?"
All right. It was fantastic. I went to Japan for 2 weeks. The weather was perfect, and I finally saw the cherry blossoms. I tried sushi for the first time and took so many photos.
That's great. I've always wanted to go there. Did you travel alone?
Yes, I did. It was my first solo trip, and honestly, it changed my life.
Nice.
That's how natural conversation flows. Keep it personal and emotional.
Exactly. People connect through stories, not lists.
Okay, next question. What's your dream holiday?
Hmm, that's hard. I'd love to go to New Zealand. The nature there looks unbelievable. Green hills, mountains, waterfalls.
Oh, that's a good choice. I've seen pictures of it. Looks like paradise.
Yeah, I'd rent a camper van and just drive across the country. What about you?
I want to visit Iceland. I've always dreamed of seeing the northern lights.
Oh, wow. The Aurora Borealis? That would be incredible.
Yeah, imagine standing under a sky full of green and purple lights. That's on my bucket list.
I love that idea. Traveling not just for fun, but for wonder.
Exactly. Holidays remind us how beautiful the world really is.
You know, not every holiday has to be far away. Sometimes staying home can be just as nice.
True. That's what we call a staycation.
Yes. During the pandemic, I started exploring my own city. I visited parks I had never been to and discovered local cafes.
I did the same. It made me realize that you don't always need a plane ticket to relax.
Exactly. Sometimes all you need is time off and a break from stress.
And it's cheaper.
True.
Anna, what's one lesson you've learned from traveling?
To be open-minded. Every place, every person has a story. If you listen carefully, you learn so much.
That's beautiful. For me, it's patience. Traveling teaches you to let go of control. Flights get delayed, weather changes, plans fall apart.
Oh, yes. You learn to go with the flow.
Exactly. And you realize the best moments often come from the unexpected ones.
Like getting lost and finding a hidden cafe.
Or meeting a stranger who becomes a friend.
Yes, those are the true gifts of travel.
Well, we've talked about so much. Favorite destinations, funny mistakes, emotional moments, and even lessons learned.
Yes, and I think the main message is that holidays aren't just about places, they're about experiences and memories.
Absolutely. Whether it's a big trip or a weekend getaway, holidays remind us to live fully and be present.
And to appreciate the world and the people around us.
That's right. So, to our listeners, we want to ask, when was the last time you took a real break? Not just from work, but from worry.
Great question. Maybe it's time for all of us to plan our next holiday, even if it's just a day in nature.
Exactly, because you deserve it.
Well said, David.
Thank you, Anna, and thank you to everyone listening.
We hope today's conversation helps you not only improve your English, but also inspires you to explore the world with curiosity.
Remember, life is short and the world is big. Go see it.
Beautifully said.
Until next time.
Keep learning, keep traveling, and keep living fully. Bye for now.